Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We back in the garden watching everything grow. Got everything hoed out yesterday. Got the okra hoed out, corn thinned out, same thing down here. Hey, it's looking pretty good, needing some rain real bad. Got these old cloudy skies up here. About a 50% chance today. Today is just pretty much so a chance of a popcorn thunderstorm. Tomorrow we're supposed to get a good bit of rain. Potatoes are flowering out, they're looking good. Well, all right. A little breeze sure is nice on a day like this too. Oh yeah, look at all that. Let me get my little walk in and a little prayer time, and we're gonna get in the shop and put some stuff together. All right, we done went from the garden to the shop. We got our cultivator bars, paint's done dried on them. We got these down here ready to paint. We're gonna paint them black. If I got any black paint over there. Sure hope I do. And let's say we rearranged our peppers and tomatoes. Just can't wait to get that first tomato off of these plants. Yeah, these are the brandy boys. Ain't that what they were, brandy boys? I'm kind of curious to see how these turn out. They're a healthy looking little old tomato. And then I think these are the big beefs. And what else we got? There's a third kind that we done. Oh yeah, they were a cherry tomato. And all these are indeterminate, so they're gonna need something to grow on. I don't know how I'm gonna go about that. I thought about maybe getting a cattle panel, putting it right there, cattle panel right here, and then I could just trellis it any way I wanted to. That'd probably be the simplest thing to do. They about 40, 50 bucks a piece, and you can just use them every year. And all right, that right there is where we're at. Let me get busy. We're gonna start right here with the cultivator bars and see if we can get some plows mounted and go from there. All right, as the day is progressing in the shop, we got these cultivator bars on. Got 3 on each side. Just around on, took them to the field. And I'm not happy with how it turned out. In all honesty, the 2 on each side was working fine. Oh, I thought we needed 3. Well, I don't know where my tires are bigger than they're supposed to. They're 9.5s by 24. I don't really know what came on the cub. Might have been something a little smaller, maybe 8.2s, I don't know. What I'm running into is when I get a load on these things, this is rubbing my tire on both sides, more so over there than over here. So I'm fixing to take it back apart. I'm going to take about 2 inches off of here, maybe 3 off each side, and just go back with 2 sweeps on each side. Now another issue with the sweeps too is these old sweeps is kind of wore out. They got some miles on them. But I do got 4 reasonably decent ones. The other 2 on here are a little on the sloppy side. And if I take a couple of inches off of here, I got it out of my tire, and I could, for whatever reason, put 3 on there. And maybe 3 would be fine if I was using smaller sweeps. But with these size right here, I don't need them. I mean, you got these 2 here, they're that far apart and still a little too close to the plant. And then this one out here, it's in front of the tire, and the other one back there is behind it, so you got a sweep behind it doing the job. I'll tell you what I might do. is I may cut this sweep off right there, and then make it where I could move that sweep in just a little closer and be a little less likely for this tail, which really is kind of under the dirt when you're going through the dirt. It would make it a little less likely for that tail to take your plant down. I didn't mess anything up, but I'm telling you, you could tell it'd be easy to do. So I may turn that into a half sweep, scoop my sweeps in just a little bit closer, and have a little more control. All right, that's a 2-minute update. All right, this took twice as long as it should have, but it worked out fine. I'm gonna move around to the front of the tractor. Let you see what I did there. I cut the inside off them sweeps, and that worked out real good. Them little ears sticking out there, first off, they're under the ground, so you wasn't seeing them, and it was easy for them to take plants down. This way I'm still moving a little bit of dirt toward the plant, but I can see exactly where I'm at. It worked out good. I went there and made a pass through the field, and I was pleased. I don't need these third plows on the back. I got my sweeps on the back. Now I do not like those. When they're wore out, I'd rather them be wider. I wish I may get me a couple of real wide sweeps to go on the back. I like to keep a field relatively smooth. I'm not into the hilling thing so much, except for on the potatoes. And when the corn comes up, I'll go out there and I'll throw some dirt against the corn. I'll throw some dirt against the stalk or the okra. Anything that's got a pretty good stem on it, I'll want to throw a little dirt against it. But all right, we got that done. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Me and old Buster. There's old Buster over there. He ain't watered in the dirt yet, but he's doing good. He's running around like that. That foot's not even a problem, and rebandaged it again last night, and it's looking good. It's just about healed up completely. The cut on the bottom of the pad, it's been healed up, but he caused the problem by licking on the top of it and just taking the skin off, and I don't know. But anyways, here we are in the garden. We got some pretty rainy looking clouds. Hopefully we're gonna get some rain out of this. I got out here yesterday experimenting with the cultivators. You know, I went to 3 and then went back to 2 on each side, and that just ended up working out pretty good. But we need the rain. Bottom garden, I've got it cleaned up pretty good. Just, you know, that old corn been kind of sparsely through there. I'm not liking it too much, but it'll probably be okay by the time we get through. Did notice yesterday that some corn on the far end, you know, I guess maybe the deer done it, I don't know, just eat the tops off of them. That's a concern. I hadn't walked down there this morning, so I don't know, there may be a whole bunch of them gone. I may get me some caution tape or something to put around the end of it. I don't know. I need to do a little something extra, I guess, or deer gonna eat all my corn. Well, all right, let me get my little prayer walk in. We'll get in the shop, see if we can get a little bit done. Probably wind this video up today in the shop. We'll start another in a day or two. All right, we'll see you when we get to the shop. All right, we finally made it to the shop, but with a few distractions. About the time I got through that little walk of mine, the bottom fell out, and it rained and it rained and it rained. Excuse me. We had my little old tank over there. It's full. Got a couple of barrels over there filled up with water. I went to the nut and bolt house, got a few more nuts and bolts I needed, some Carter keys. Went by Tractor Supply, got me some cattle panels. So there you go. That's kind of how my mornings went. Didn't quite go according to plan, but it went good. Can't complain about a thing. Well, I'm back here in the shop. I'm gonna put these healers on there, tighten some bolts up, be done with that. There's my little old injector. Kind of changed my thoughts on it a little bit. That was the only piece I was gonna have that wasn't gonna give me a step. Like right here, this is my step to get on the tractor. I'd like to have a step. I might make one of these days. But this is the toolbar that goes with the planter. Great for putting the injection foot on. But I didn't have the step on there. So I had this idea. I said, well, I'll just bolt the step on the end of it. I can leave it on there, or I can take it off, whatever I feel like doing. So anyways, it's all coming together. I've got the planter fertilizer sitting over there cleaned up, ready to go. I've got scratchers, cultivators sitting over there, and I've got my the front of the planter and the injector sitting right there. And that's about as far as I can go with it right now. I'm gonna clean up all that stuff over on the bench, but I'm tired of cleaning. Honestly, I'm just tired of cleaning. That's some nasty work. I've done that all week long, so I need a break. Well, all right, let me get busy and we'll show the results of my activity in a little bit. Well, all right, everybody, I made a little bit of headway. I got the healers on. Really didn't adjust them no particular height or angle. I just put them on. You know, when you get in the field, if you got them a pretty heavy angle, you want to move a lot of dirt, you spread them out, put them at an angle, and you bring in a good bit of dirt. But if you want to just, you know, hill up your corn a little bit, hey, make them a whole lot less of an angle. You don't need to run them near as deep. Set you stopped, or when you come down with it, you're only going so far. And that way you can throw, you know, a couple of inches, 3 or 4 inches of dirt at the most up against your corn stalk, depending on how tall it is. So I'll adjust them the next time I get them on. My sweets are gonna be pretty close. I mean, I fooled with them for a while and got them pretty much so like I want them. Got my little injector foot over there. It's set up just to bolt on. Even bolted that little toolbar, little cultivator toolbar on the end, just for a step. And I may break down, might build me a step, or I may buy one. I don't know. You know, you can. The only thing I like about the little step that's available, you can take it on and off as you need it, and that's handy. Whereas if you bolt it back there on the frame, you know, sure enough, as soon as you want to bolt something there, you got to take your step off. But anyways, steps available. The only thing I do need to do, which that's no big deal, is I got my drawbar out there and I got the plates hanging on it. I got some Carter keys to go on it. And of course I got plenty of bolts over there. I found that a 250 thousandths Carter key is hard to find. They were 225 thousandths, but when I went up to the 5/16ths, they were right on it. They were right where they're supposed to be. That 250 thousandths, when the one they sell for a 250 thousandths Carter key is about 225 thousandths. But Farmall's 250 thousandths Carter key was 250 thousandths. Their 1/4 inch was 250 thousandths. Well, all right, I'm gonna get out here and see if I can't get these cattle panel in place. I'm tired, but It's 5 o'clock somewhere, but it's not 5 o'clock here. So I'm gonna get out there and try to get a little bit more done before I call it a day. And we'll touch base with you and kind of wind the video up on that, I hope. All right, we are at the end of a hard week. We got the injector on this toolbar. We got the planter and fertilizer all cleaned up, ready to go back on the tractor and lay by. We got the healers set back up. We got the cultivator set up. We got a scratcher set up. And I even got this thing up here and just kind of stuck it together. Got my cattle panel up. Been a busy day. Come out here and cut the tops out of some of these tomatoes where they'll bear a little more fruit. Got me something for it to grow on. I've been contemplating the last 20 minutes about how I'm gonna steady this thing. You don't need to do that. So what I'm going to end up doing is just getting me a couple of T-posts and put on that back side and zip tie this thing to the T-post, and that'll steady it enough for what we're going to be doing. All right, I sure do want to dump them potatoes out and see what I got. They just amazing me. We're going to call it a day. We're going to call it the end of this video. We're going to get up to the house, get a shower, and get a bite to eat. And who knows what tomorrow brings. And if it's interesting, we'll do another video. Thanks for watching. Like and share, and we'll see you on the next one.